welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. It's so nice to meet you. I hope I can help you with your journey today. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm not picking a card, or I'm not doing a pick a card deck. I'm going to channel for you because my phone hasn't got a lot of battery left, so I'm only going to have time for one reading, so I'm just going to channel it out for you. And today's question is going to be, should you tell them how you feel? Should you take action? Okay, more generally, but if we're looking for specific answers, it's should you tell them how you feel? And this is predominantly for those in relationships or single people. So if you're thinking like more so in the sense of like, should you tell your boss how you feel about how you're being maltreated at work? Maybe it'll apply, but this is more like the romantic sense. So, but before I get started, I want to say a humongous, amazing, huge thank you. I am just on my last legs. I'm on about 997 subscribers. So I'm about to hit 1,000. And I'm literally like, oh my gosh, I feel so grateful. I'm tearing up a little bit right now. I cannot believe the support from you guys. It's overwhelming. So thank you so much. I'm so excited to see the future of this channel, and I'm so humbled to help you. And I do see all of your comments. I try to get back to everyone, but for some reason my notifications are playing up, and sometimes I get a notification of a comment, but when I go to respond, it's not there. And I've tried different avenues to find the comment and I can't. And some people have been leaving really gorgeous comments because I can see part of them in the notification, but then I can't get to them to respond. So if you've left me a beautiful comment and I haven't responded, I'm so sorry, but I have seen it, and thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who has been active in this community. I'm really, really grateful, but otherwise, I think that covers everything. So let's get into the reading. I'm going to start with the Sentinel Tarot. Okay, so should they tell them how they feel? Okay, holiday guacamole, lemon squally. All right. So we have the Lovers. Straight off the bat, we have the Hanged Man. What else do we have? We have the Moon. Okay, we have the Devil in reverse. And we have Temperance. So, should you tell them how you feel? I'm gonna need a little bit more clarification on that. What I'm seeing right now is that you definitely know this person is significant in your life. You have very strong feelings for them. You may believe that they're a soulmate or a twin flame, but nonetheless, they hold a lot of value to you, even if you're not sure entirely what their purpose is yet in your life. And you've been thinking and contemplating about them a lot. I feel like you have been letting this situation simmer for quite some time. I'm actually going to put on my amethyst bracelet. It's almost like you've just been observing this person. That's so much better. Oh my gosh, the energy from this bracelet is so great. You've like just been watching and observing this person, kind of dancing around them, I feel. Trying to gauge them for quite some time, and you've had secret feelings for them, and it's almost like you've had secret feelings for them. It's like you've been keeping them secret to yourself too. Like you didn't fully recognize that you had feelings for them straight up. So, and I think that was out of a reluctance to recognize it for whatever reasons you had. But once you realized it, you still kept it secret from that person. And you may have had something blocking you from being able to even admit it to yourself. But you've made an attempt to become unchained from that, whether it was a karmic relationship or just a karmic situation in general, you have made an effort to become untethered from whatever was blocking you from these expressing these emotions, and that was because you wanted to find balance. Your purpose was because you wanted to come out of this stage of the night, you know, the darkness that you were feeling, into the light. You were ready for a new dawn, okay? And I feel like you have had this death, and I feel like it was self-sacrificing. Like, you basically, it's like you asked someone to put those swords in your back, pretty much, because you were looking at the horizon the whole time, knowing that the new dawn was coming. It's like assisted suicide, because for once you're thinking clearly. For once you knew what it was that you wanted, and you were ready to release all of those burdens that were blocking you from expressing these emotions, okay? And this is to yourself, okay? Not necessarily to the other person. Sorry, I should have made that clear before. Is like all these changes, this death, this, you know, this assisted suicide was so that you could come into balance internally, so that you could recognize these feelings, okay? We're not yet at the stage of whether or not you should express it to them, but I feel like you had to drop a lot of burdens. You made a decision finally about releasing somebody or releasing a karmic situation that you have just been, as I said, dancing around for a very long time. So long, like years. I'm feeling like 2 years, and it's been stopping you from making this Knight of Pentacles offer, which came out in reverse, because you have so much to offer, but again, you've been blocked. But you've come through this darkness, and I feel like you've shed your old skin. It's like you've taken off your camouflage, and now you're this shiny armor. And if you haven't done that yet, you need to make this decision and release this person or this situation so that you can come into this Knight of Pentacles energy, because right now that's in reverse, which means that yes, you're still on your way, you're still doing all those things that you would be as a Knight of Pentacles, but it's way slowed down, way slowed down. Like, you are like dragging your feet through 10 feet of mud kind of thing, you know? Like, it's going to take you 10 times longer to get there than it would if it was easy ground to walk through. And you have, or you will be making a decision about this, okay? Two of Pentacles in reverse. You're sick of juggling it. You're exhausted from juggling it. You're exhausted about thinking about it. Your feet are sore. You want to take off your dance shoes, and you want to find justice. You want to find balance, okay? And you come to that equilibrium through clarity of thought and through finding and discovering your aspirations, okay? I feel like you have been through a personal transformation of learning your true desires, and now you've come into this place where you can find that balance for yourself. But it required you to make a decision, and a hard one at that, okay? And if you haven't made it, I'm sure you know what the decision is that I'm talking about. Most of you, I can almost guarantee you know exactly what it is I'm talking about, and you need to make that decision, okay? Because we've got the Five of Pentacles here, and right now you're out in the cold, and I feel like it's like you're babysitting someone. I just get the sense, like, usually in this card I see these two people as companions, but when I got this card I got really annoyed at this person in the blue. Like, leave them alone. It's like they're hobbling along following you, like Donkey and Shrek. Like, Donkey, like, just follows Shrek around, and Shrek doesn't want to borrow it for so long, except these two people don't become best friends afterwards. I feel like you're just trying to keep yourself warm. You're just trying to find your own sanctuary. Like, you have no interest in helping this person on their crutches anymore. Like, you're trying to help yourself now, because I feel like you have been helping them and they've just been a burden to you, a real burden. And that's why you need to find equilibrium. That's why you need to find balance. And, you know, the Lovers speaks of, yes, you do have a decision to make here. And you've got the Five of Cups in reverse. And again, we've got 2 5s. And we had the 10. And we've got these Two of Pentacles in reverse. We've got a lot of change coming that comes based on this decision that you make. And Five of Cups in reverse is like, hey, you've turned around and you can focus on those 2 cups that are standing up, okay? You aren't feeling as depressed or solemn anymore, because you know that you've got other options, okay? And you come into this Emperor energy when you recognize those 2 cups that are still standing, okay? And it is interesting with the 5 of Cups, because it's almost like an anti-cups card, because, you know, usually when you have a cups card in reverse, it's like the cups can't hold the water, the cups can't hold what they need to so that you can find fulfillment. But in this case, the cups are already tipped over, and it's like, I don't know, it's like some sort of paradox. Like, now these 2 cups are actually protecting what it is that you still have, rather than losing it. Does that make sense? I don't know, I'm tired, maybe I'm just rambling. But nonetheless, you realize that not all is lost. Whatever it is, I feel like it's got to do with this karmic situation. You've been feeling really despondent, and once you realize that not all is lost, you're going to feel strong and capable of making this decision. Because in this Hanged Man energy, it's like you've gone through this transformation. To be honest, you've gone, as most transformations do actually, from, hey, like, I'm good, I'm happy, I'm growing, to shit, I have been lying to myself and just telling myself that I was doing what I needed to be doing, because, well, actually, for some of you, it's not so much that you've been lying to yourself, it's just that you didn't have the awakening, okay? You weren't woke enough. You weren't awake enough to recognize that what you were perceiving as really strong strides at that time weren't as big as a leap as what you could be making. It wasn't really the journey that you're supposed to be on, okay? And it's like you've had an awakening now, and you've realized, hey, this was just the first step. You know, you thought you completed the cycle, but it was actually just the first step. And you went into, I feel like, this depression and felt very burdened. And now you're coming out of it. Now you're realizing that, hey, this happened for a reason. Not all hope is lost. And that is on the back of the decision that you make. And it brings you into this Emperor energy, okay? Really powerful, really assured, charismatic. How do I want to say this? Like, you're so assured in this decision that there's no negotiating it. And that's not a negative, because you've been negotiating it all this time. You have been thinking it through for so long that now that you've made the decision, you know it's the right one. So confidently that there's no way that you could go back on it, because you know you've nitpicked at every single bloody detail. It's like you have literally taken a microscope down to every micro atom, and you know the ins and outs of every detail, and you are 100% factually certain you've made the right decision. And that's great. That's awesome. Man, I wish I could have that assurity in life all the time. And because you've got that confidence, it's going to bring you into this King of Wands energy. And we've got a really masculine energy here. And I know the majority of my viewers are female. We do have a couple of male viewers. So shout out. But I'm seeing this masculine energy as representative of you coming into your personal assurance, coming into that, you know, no, I know that I'm on the right track this time. I'm not going to negotiate it. You know, I'm going to take action. It's time to take action. You know, you're being very assertive in a positive way, in the most positive way possible. And that's a very masculine energy, okay? You're not compromising, you're not apologizing, you're not explaining away to people who might disagree with what you're doing. It's like, no, I know this is right for me and this is what I'm going to be doing. And if it doesn't work for you, that's fine, but I'm not hurting anybody, so I'm going to continue. That's, you know, if I was to embody that energy, that's how I feel, you know? So I really feel like, yeah, you're 100% on the right track with this. And this is why you come to this decision of, okay, should I tell this person how I feel? Because you're really in this energy of wanting to jump in and take action. But you still got a little bit of that, like, habit of nitpicking in every detail. But you do know what you want. You know what you want, and like physically you have the desire to charge in. I'm not talking sexually, like, you know, when you feel like your heart's leaping out of your chest, like you feel like you know, your spirit walks ahead of your body because you can't walk fast enough. That kind of idea. Like, you are desperate to go and make this move on this person, but something's holding you back, okay? You have everything that you need to do it. It's the right time. It's the right time to do it. Yeah. Because I feel like you've been on the defense in the past, especially with that devil, that karmic situation. You no longer need to defend yourself, okay? You're free now. You're free now. I'm not even going to show that card because it's in the past. It's in the past, okay? You have got the Four of Pentacles here, so you're still like wanting to protect yourself a little bit, yeah? But the Magician has the Pentacle, has the Cup, has the Sword, has the Wand, has the double-sided candle, has the Lemnis Gate, has the water around his waist. He's got everything he needs plus reserves, okay? You're good to go. Stop being in this protective mode, okay? And remember that you're the Magician, because I really feel like with the Hierophant in reverse, you're not appreciating yourself right now at all. You see yourself more as this Page of Cups person. Like, instead of seeing yourself as the Emperor and the King of Wands, who has a lot to offer, you see yourself as the Page of Cups, who's just got, you know, a little bit to offer. You know, like, hey, like, I've got an idea. I kind of like you. Let's make out. Instead of, I really have feelings for you and I feel like I could be very happy with you, you know? Instead of that energy, it's more like, hey, maybe, do you think we could work, you know? You don't feel like you're good enough. You're afraid of rejection, but you don't need to be. You have cause to celebrate once you tell them how you feel, yeah? I do think you should tell them. I mean, at your own discretion, you should tell them, but the energies at this time are very positive. I feel like if you do want to tell them, it would be a very positive thing. I think, yeah, you've got everything you need to do it, to succeed, and you don't have anything to be afraid of, because it's going to bring you into balance, okay? I think it'll be rectifying for you. I feel like you need to do this for yourself to make up for something. I don't know what it is because it's general. Maybe for how you have denied your desires in the past, or how you denied other people's desires in the past. I don't know, but it's going to bring rectification to this. And I'm seeing new growth, change. You're going to have a new appreciation for yourself. You're going to see yourself in a new way, okay? It's almost like when you change your hair colour, you know, for those people that dye their hair. You know that new funky feeling you get when you change your hair colour? It's going to be like that. Like, hey, I have a new appreciation for myself like this. Okay? You're going to see yourself differently. I think you're going to see yourself more in the eyes of how your loved one sees you too. Because I think if you're contemplating telling them how you feel, you either know that they have feelings for you back, or you know that they've had feelings for you in the past, or you have some sort of intuitive kind of gut feeling that, yes, they have feelings for you. So, you know, nobody ever really takes that much of a risk unless you're next level brave, unless they think there might be some sort of reciprocation on the other end, or unless you're telling them because you have to and not because you're expecting anything. You know, some people have different situations and reasons for expressing their feelings, but let's see if we can get some messages on how they feel about you in return, maybe. Okay, the High Priestess in reverse. So they're ready for action as well. I think they've been going through this time of transformation, internal learning, and they're ready just to get out on the scene. They're ready to start doing and stop thinking, okay? So they're going to be very receptive to your offer just based off of that. Because I feel like they've had their head down and they've been committing a lot to their personal endeavors, to their work, to their inner growth. And they just haven't been getting out much, out of their head, you know, or out physically, whatever it is. It's time for them to break free of that too. And I think you will help guide them to get out more, out of their head, out of their physical constraints, because then they'll come into this Queen of Wands energy, who is someone who takes action, someone who is fiery and passionate and goes out and explores. You know, she's the adventurous type, she's the fun type, she's the party type of girl, you know, not like the Queen of Water, Queen of Cups, who, you know, likes to cozy up at home and eat some popcorn. And I feel like they've had some minor heartbreak regarding you in the past. And yeah, maybe that's how you know that they have feelings for you. Maybe you rejected them in the past. Yeah, you resisted them because it would mean you had to let go of something else. Okay, we're getting a whole lot of cards here. But yeah, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They felt like they lost this really great opportunity with you, but nonetheless, they made the most of themselves anyway. They didn't dwell on it for too long. I think they saw you, you know, the Hierophant in reverse, they saw you in this really high light. They really romanticized you and not revered, what's the word? You know when you over-romanticize someone, like you put them too much on a pedestal? I think they did that. But whatever you did, like whether or not you rejected them or you just didn't really see them, it was actually healthy for them, because they were blinded by how much they romanticized you. Eight of Swords in reverse, they, you know, this is like, when it's up front, they're very willing to be tied up because, you know, they adore you. But in reverse, it's like they've released that. And it's not to say they don't have feelings for you. It's just that, you know, when you over-romanticize someone, you don't see their flaws. And when you can't see their flaws and all of a sudden you're confronted by them, you can't deal with them, okay? And that's a lot of the time why relationships don't work. So the fact that they now see you truly for who you are has allowed them to rest on that, sit on that, harvest and process how they feel about it, okay? And now they're ready to move forward, okay? I definitely still get this feeling like they still care about you, because they've progressed from the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is all within here. This is all the reflection that they've been doing on the High Priestess. All these cards is the High Priestess reflection that they've been through, and all this hard work that they've been doing. And it's what's brought them into this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is how you see how you see them now. And potentially it's why you've noticed them. Or potentially it's why you can't stop thinking about them, or why you care about them so much, because they're very free-flowing, they're very independent, they're I feel like they're very what's the word, like, I don't want to say prosperous, like they are in the healthy sense, not in the financial sense. Like their life is prosperous, but I don't know. I'm just focusing on these two trees and I keep on thinking of the Garden of Eden. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out what this message is. There's some sort of duality going on here. See if I can get some clarification. Okay. Ace of Cups in reverse. Interesting. So the cup can no longer hold that fulfillment. And then we have the Ten of Swords. until there's some sort of death. What? Now I'm confused. Rejuvenation. Okay, I got it. Okay. Rejuvenation. So they've gone from the Eight of Swords, ripped off the blindfold, ripped off the band-aid, progressed from the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, and gotten rid of all that negative kind of bad energy, whatever it was that they were holding, so that they can fill their cup up again. Yeah, they've cleansed, they've refreshed, because they've brought on a change. There we go, I got it. That took me forever. I still don't know what the Garden of Eden was about though, but maybe we'll let that one go. That is just too many cards. But there are 2, 3, 4 standing up, so So you had the Lover's card and they have the Lover's card. They've had to make a decision about you too. It's funny, I feel like you two are going through the same problem right now. It's like they're thinking about making you an offer, but they're thinking about it too much. They're like, oh, I don't know, should I? Oh, I don't know. But Seven of Cups in reverse, they know that they want you. They know what they want. Okay, there's 3 cards facing. 3 cards facing down. Let's take these. Wow. So, okay. Something to do with the past is holding them back. Because they're overthinking it. So I feel like they have been able to release the past. I feel like whatever happened in the past, they've let it go. They found balance, you know, they've seen the lesson in it, they see its worth, but they're overthinking whether or not they should approach you. They're overthinking the same things that you're overthinking. They don't know if it's right or not. And you know what, I'm just going to take all of these cards that fell down because I feel like I have to. They've got their defense mechanisms up. Okay? They're wanting to communicate with you a lot, but they're trying to protect themselves to their detriment. Okay? But we have the Justice card and the Temperance card. So they want to find balance. They really want to find balance, but they're scared to communicate with you because they are overprotecting themselves, okay, to their detriment. But we've got the Five of Swords in reverse. They're open to communication, as are you. So the only thing stopping you both is that you're overthinking it. You're both just overthinking it. But you've got the Six of Wands there. If you two tell each other how you feel, you're going to be very happy together. Very happy together. Oh, guys. You guys just need to let it out. Let it out. Speak your truth. Because we have the Hangman in reverse. So you're just overthinking it, and the Six of Swords. You feel like there's more of a journey to go than there actually is because you're overthinking it. You're putting problems in place. You're putting swords in place to create delay on purpose almost because you're afraid of rejection. But Six of Cups, okay, you can have that happiness, you can have that, you can share and love one another and bring balance to the past, but your person is just overprotecting themselves. Let's see if there's any other message, but they will come into the Queen of Wands energy, where they want to take action. They're sick of, I think they might be in the habit of being that High Priestess, trying to think everything through and do that transformation, when really they just need to snap out of it and start taking action. I just want to check up on the Four of Pentacles in reverse and see if there's anything I'm missing. Yeah, I feel like they don't feel like they have... I think you both like plans. I think you both like tangible plans, okay? And I think this person would give themselves freely to you and openly to you, but when they're in balance. Right now, they're a bit out of balance, but they are transforming through that, and they are just overprotecting themselves, honestly. They just, yeah, they're just, yeah. It's just to their detriment. But the High Priestess, again, they're going to come into balance. And I feel like this will be, once you make an offer, 10 of Cups. Yeah, you guys are going to work well together, I feel. So who should make the offer first? Should it be you or should it be them? The Hierophant, which represents you. You've got to tell them. Okay? Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Because remember, we had the Hierophant representing you earlier. And the Emperor. And the King of Swords. So let's see if we can get some more confirmation that it should be you. Yeah, someone walking away from their past, which is you. Because you walked away from that karmic situation. And again, we have the red and the red. As you walk away, you approach this new person. It's got to be you. King of Pentacles, more masculine energy. And the Fool, you need to take the leap of faith. It's got to be you. I mean, it doesn't have to be you, but it should be you. Is what the cards... Oh! And look what's on the bottom of the deck. Damn! Hey, it's not me. It's the universe. So don't get mad at me. What just popped out? Oh! I'm sorry, I love it when this stuff happens. That just flung across the room. They are being very assertive here. They want you to say it. Because you have something to rectify from the past. Who knows what it is, but... Oh, Jesus. Let's see. What is happening with all these cards? Okay. Knight of Cups. You've progressed from that Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups. Once you realise that you have more worth than what you're giving yourself, okay, and be practical. Look at yourself unbiased. I think when you step out of your personal bias and you just objectively analyse yourself, you'll see your worth, okay? Because I think you do have a lot of worth. And you're going to progress from the Knight of Cups to the King of Cups. Dun, dun, dun. You're going to be like, yeah, damn, I can make an offer. Two of Wands in reverse. And then you will make that offer. You'll make that decision. You'll be thinking clearly and be ready for a new start. Two of Pentacles in reverse because of that decision that you made. Six of Swords in reverse. You've released those blockages. The Hangman. This moment served you well. Okay? I feel like this is going to be a rectification of that Hanged Man energy you were in when you weren't noticing this person. And you'll be able to share together and love together, bringing justice to your past. But we still have that method of overprotection. That might be a bit of an obstacle for you, is the person is going to be a little bit, whilst they will be receptive to you, I think that's the next phase of the Four of Pentacles. The first phase is like, oh, like I just want to protect myself, but they will... even if they're not expressing it, they will be open to you, and they will be free and open with you once, see how we got that water at the bottom? Once they get through that rational mode of thought, it's like they have to physically process the thoughts that and the feelings that they're having when you initially tell them. So it could just be like, you know, within 5 minutes that they go from hold up to, hey, Queen of Wands, yes, this is what I want. this is what I want. And then you will be celebrating and partying, and High Priestess, everything will be in balance. Union, equilibrium, yin and yang, you will be together. Pachow! I loved that reading. That was so good. Okay. My phone, I'm surprised it's still going. I thought it would have run out of battery by now, but I'm going to end it there because I think that ended it on an amazing note. All right, so actually I can't help myself. Let's just take a Moonology card to juice it up a little bit. Those of you who are loyal to my videos, you know what this card is to me. Twin flame, 1111, yin and yang union. Soulmates, twin flames. Damn. Okay, so if you just wanted a little bit of extra excitement for this reading, there you go. That's confirmation from the universe that this is your soulmate or twin flame. Good job, you. I'm proud of you. I'm excited for this union for you guys. This is exciting. Okay, thank you so much for watching. All the best. Please let me know in the comments what you decide to do, and I'm sending you so much love and support. Bye.